Hello there.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. Can you hear me okay?
I do. The monster is still a bit in the background, but not quite so bad.
Okay, and I'm going to turn it down. Okay.
Yes, so what's doing with you?
Packing.
What was that?
Packing up my house.
Good.
Yeah.
Excellent. And you
Yeah.
feeling good about it?
Mostly, yeah. Mostly.
Is he feeling good about it?
Yeah, he's feeling fine. Yeah, he's good.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
I see a big
It's
smile
been
on your
okay.
face.
Yeah, it's been a mixture of. It's been really good most of the week. A few hiccups. But in general, a lot better. It's good.
Okay, good. So where do you want to go to?
There's still a little bit I'd like to work on
Okay,
to do
yeah.
with that.
What's that?
Kind of the feeling of being able to be completely myself in the flat.
And how do you know that you can't be?
Kind of, I think, imagining being in there and not being as free as I feel on my own, like dancing around and singing and having my own space. There's still that fear that like something sort of having control over me, even though I've been catching myself this week and I've like a few times I felt a bit out of control and like something's getting on top of me. And then I've had to tell myself that I'm actually fine and I'm the one that's
Yep.
thinking this stuff and it's not to do with anyone else.
And did you
So
tap?
yeah, I have. I've been like catching myself a lot more quickly.
Good.
And doing a bit of tapping and like visualizing stuff, and it's really brought me out of it.
Good.
And it's weird because I've like gone full on into it and got really panicky again and really like quite a lot of anxiety, and then after a few minutes of tapping or whatever, I feel fine again. So it's been a bit up and down, but in general, okay.
Okay, tapping is a coping skill. And the more you use it, the more effective it is. The less you use it, the less effective it is. Okay? Sort of like you wouldn't brush your teeth once a week and say, oh, I did it last week. I don't have to brush my teeth now, and then wonder why you're getting cavities, right?
Yeah.
You brush your teeth every day to make sure you don't get the cavities. So if you don't do the tapping, you're just going to go back to your old coping skills, which was the anxiety. But that didn't really work for you, did it?
No. No.
Right?
It's weird though because it's so strong. Like it's like I know that it's just my thoughts and it's what's happening in my head. Like nothing's wrong. I'm actually fine, and I know that. But then it's like getting overtaken by all this stuff. And
it's like, the coping skill you've been using till now. Okay, it's habitual. But the more you tap, the less strong the anxiety will be, and the more strong the freedom will be.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're gonna tap for the rest of your life. Get used to it.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'd say it's much easier to tap for 2 seconds than to go into this full anxiety and panic attack.
Yeah.
Right?
Keep doing little bits.
A lot healthier, in my humble opinion. I mean, it could be the tapping, could be the spinning, could be whatever other method you're using. Okay, but if someone, loses the weight, has weight problem, they lose the weight, and then they stop tapping, their coping skill is eating, so they're going to put the weight back on. If they keep on tapping, they won't put the weight back on because they'll be tapping instead of eating. Right? Okay, so it really is important to continue doing the tapping, even when you're not with me.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. I've been doing it this week, and it has helped a lot.
Good. Okay, so you imagine yourself not being as free on your own as you want to be, not having your own space, right?
And that out of control thing, like everything spiraling out of control.
Okay.
It's like a doom feeling that I can talk myself into really quickly.
Why would you?
I don't know. I think it might be like it's almost convincing myself to run away from it. Like that there's something really wrong with the position I'm in and I've got to just run away. And then when I'm like on top of stuff and I know it's just my thoughts, I'm absolutely fine.
Okay, so how high can you bring that thought of it's spiraling out of control?
Hi.
High? How high?
Yeah. Like 10.
Like a 10.
Or more.
Or more. How much more?
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
Quite hard right now.
Why? Just a moment ago you said you could. What happened?
Because I don't feel it. It's when I feel like, like I'm about to have like a panic attack when like my brain switches off.
Okay, switch it
and
off.
I can't function.
Switch it off. Go ahead, try.
Yeah, I can make it like a 12.
Okay, and how do you know it's a 12?
Because it just feels like all consuming and
Feels all what?
like consuming, just like loads of pressure. Like I can't function.
Okay, imagine that tree in front of you. What would happen to that tree if I stuck my hand in and I pulled it out by its roots?
Sounds like a butterfly.
That's right, that fly away in freedom. Start tapping. Letting go of all fears. Letting go of all sadnesses. Letting go of all emotional traumas. Letting go of the helplessness.
Letting go of the helplessness.
The hopelessness.
Hopelessness.
The no control.
No control.
Letting go of the betrayals.
The betrayal.
The despair.
Despair.
The angers.
Anger.
The fears.
Fears.
Letting go of the all-consuming pressure.
Verbal pressure.
Letting go of the can't function.
The can't function.
Letting go of all the memories attached to it.
Letting go of all the memories attached to it.
Letting go of all the images attached to it.
Letting go of all the images attached to it.
The smells attached to it.
The smells attached to it.
The tastes attached to it.
The taste attached to it.
The colors attached to it.
The colors attached to it.
And everything else. What's that plant behind you? What's the name of it?
Succulent.
Ooh, it's a succulent. I like succulents. Cool. Let it go. Safe, let it go. Time to let it go. Time to heal. I'm safe. Grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out. Peace. Go back, see what's changed.
Still like foggy headedness.
It's still foggy headed. 0 to 10, how foggy headed?
9, between 9 and 10.
Close your eyes for a moment. Go to that good place with your Nana. See it, hear it, feel it, smell it, taste it as if you were there right this very moment. Feel that unconditional love that she has to give you. Notice where that feeling starts in your body. Go ahead and point. There's a color attached to it. What's the color?
Pink.
I want you to take that pink energy and just breathe it in. Totally breathe it in, and as you breathe it in, let it fill up your entire body, from the tip of your head to tip of your toes, tip of your fingers, filling up all between the nooks and crannies, in between the cells, inside the cells. And as it does that, notice how it pushes out anything less than positive. And as you breathe out, let all that less than positive come rolling out. And keep breathing in and out until all the air coming out is just as pink as the air going in. Okay, got it. And now let it grow even bigger in you, swirling around, turning bigger and bigger, better and better, faster and faster, till it overflows out and creates this big force field, pink force field all around you. And when you know you got that force field, just put out your hands and touch it to make sure it's there. Perfect. Great. And now I want you to look at your self-worth dial. Notice where numbers go from 0 to 10. 0 means down in the dumps, 10 means top of the world. Where's your self-worth dial at?
About 4 today.
Okay. I want you to reach out and touch it. And as you do, notice where you feel it inside of you. And turn it up. See what happens.
So stronger.
Okay, what's the number now?
9.
Good. What happened to the feeling inside of you?
Just felt calmer and stronger.
Okay, good, excellent. And now what I want you to do is I want you to go back to the foggy headedness. See how that's changed.
Yeah, it's a lot less.
Okay. Go into another situation where that foggy headedness would usually come right at you. Got it? What do you do?
Kind of go into myself.
No, I'm asking you, what do you do to get rid of it?
Turn up my self-worth dial.
Yeah, go ahead and look at it first, see where it's at.
In that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Back down there again.
Okay. What happens when you turn it up?
Feel better?
What happens to the foggy headedness?
Goes.
Better?
Yeah.
Okay, now go back to that image you had in your mind, that visualization that you had, where you're going to be in the new apartment and you're not going to have your own space. You're not going to be able to be yourself. What's going on over there now?
It's like being caught in between. There's a little bit.
Okay, what do you do?
And
What's the first thing you do?
put my self-worth dial.
Even before that, feel the force field. Feel the pink. Feel your Nana's unconditional love. And now look at your self-worth dial. And what do you do with that? And that what happens to that image that you had about the future? Not enough space for yourself. Can't be yourself.
It's a lot less.
Okay. Is there anything left of it?
It's like I'm fine in that moment, in that, while I'm in control of it, but then there's other bits that,
So go to the next bit.
like, triggers.
Go to the next trigger. Feel it. What do you do?
I feel like my mind wants to, like, pop in and be like, yeah, but.
Feel the yeah, but, and start tapping. Yeah, but. Yeah, but. That conscious chatter. All the yeah, buts.
Yeah, but.
I'll sit on it with my butt.
Oh, what?
Sit on it with my butt. Don't need it anymore. Doesn't serve me. I've got my tools. And as I use them more and more, they make me stronger and stronger. I choose to use them every chance I get. I choose to tap. Choose to make sure that my self-worth dial is way up at top. And everything else goes much smoother. Let everything else go. I'm safe. Grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out. Peace. What happened to the yeah buts?
Okay.
Okay, line up all those situations which you can see yourself getting all foggy-headed, all those little triggers. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm training you to do it on your own. Because at the end of the day, I'm happy if you come to work with me. I'll get more money, and I'll finish the 10 sessions, and you'll be stuck, and you'll say, oh, I'll pay you for it, and that's great for me. But for your sake, if you can be independent and do the work, you won't need me to work with you.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, self-defeating myself. Stop that. Forget. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Okay, yeah. My real goal is to make people self-independent, that they can depend on themselves. And when something really big comes up, then I do advise going to a practitioner, because you don't want to get, drowned in it. But if you do the work on a day-to-day basis, every time it comes up, you tap on the moment, you visualize on the moment, you turn the dial at the moment, it'll be that much easier for you. Okay, my point is that I would prefer you to be independent, and that only when you have the really big things, then you need to come to me. Because sometimes life brings on big stuff, there's nothing you do about it, that's part of life. But if you do the daily work, you won't need me for all the small fry. You'll be able to do that on your own. Okay? And any one of the techniques will work, or all of them can work, whichever you choose, whatever you feel more comfortable with. Okay? I do it every night before I go to sleep. I turn my dials, make sure my self-worth is up, make sure everything else is. I go to my unconscious and I ask it to let go of all the things that I don't need anymore, all the things that are bad for me. And if I want to get some attributes of somebody, I call that person in and I say, give me your attributes.
Really?
Really?
Does that work then? Just doing that and the dials?
Absolutely. You should have seen me 5 years ago how I was.
Really?
Really.
That's pretty cool.
Honest to goodness.
Because I feel like it's like my mind saying it's like too big to handle and I can't cope with it. But then when I do
it works.
It's fine, and little, like bit by bit, it is actually
okay.
working.
So your mind is your conscious mind. It will give you lots of chatter. Okay.
Yeah.
Send it off for pizza. The more you do the work, the more it will get used to it and say, oh, wait, maybe this does kind of work. All right, well, let her try it. And we won't chatter this time, okay? But you have to keep using it. Because you see that when you do it, it goes away, right?
Yeah. So why would my mind want me to completely freak out? Like, what's the purpose?
Think about the 2-year-old. The loudest, gets the most attention, always the one to run first, right?
Having a tantrum.
Yeah. And it doesn't want change. There's a certain comfort zone. It doesn't want change. Even if the change is good, it's an unknown. It doesn't know what that is. It's like, why would you want to do that? Why don't you just stay over here? It's comfortable over here. You know how to deal with this right now. It's like, you're used to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what I've struggled with this week is what if my intuition saying it's wrong, or if I'm...
Well, is your intuition saying it's wrong?
Because No, but I think it feels like danger, like there's something dangerous, but I know there isn't.
All right, so that's, I wouldn't say, is your intuition, okay? That might be the remnants of that part of you that has the imprints that you're slowly changing, all right? The intuition, what I would say, is that thing that tends to push you against all, what your conscious mind thinks. Like when I went into Faster EFT, everyone told me I was crazy. Even I told myself I was crazy. But something inside of me just pushed me to do it. I couldn't explain it. I couldn't, describe what it was. But I did it, and it was the best thing that I did. Yeah. And I did some other course. And then once again, it's like the moment that I saw the course, I knew I had to take it. Don't know why I knew I had to take it. Can't explain it. It was expensive. I just put my money down and said, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
All right? And it was one of the best things I ever did, too. Okay? That was my intuition. That was my sixth sense pushing me. It's the same thing where sometimes I'll ask a question and then in the middle of the night, something I'll wake up and I'll go, that's the answer. That's my sixth sense. That's my intuition. That's my unconscious. That's my connection to source energy. Okay.
I think maybe part of the problem, like part of it's like moving into this flat with my boyfriend. To me, like my intuition is saying yeah, and it's part of the problem is like, you know, family or people around me like, oh, but you've broken up for, and it's not like sort of telling me what I should be doing and that kind of thing, and it creates that like, whoa,
but
I should be.
It's not your intuition. That's the outside people.
Yeah, and then that's quite hard. Yeah.
Okay, so that has to do with your self-confidence. Look at your self-confidence dial. 0 to 10.
5 or 6.
Reach out your hand and touch it. Notice where you feel it inside as you touch it. Turn it up. See what happens.
Yeah, it just makes me not care.
All right. See, you know exactly what to do. You've been doing it with me for the past 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want you to take every single situation, line them up, in which you would start feeling that self-doubt, which you would start feeling the anxiety rise, and you would start feeling the panic rise. Go into the situation, and you know what to do to change it. Tell me when you get stuck.
You want me to do it now?
Yeah, right now.
There's quite a lot of them.
Let's do 5. Okay, we'll start with 5.
Okay.
Biggest ones. You know why I say the biggest ones?
5.
It will knock down the small ones. You can do either way. You can do the small ones and knock down the big ones. You can do the big ones and knock down the small ones. But I want to make sure you know how to do it. So choose the biggest ones. Do all 5?
Dog. That's 3.
All 5. That was like in 3 minutes. Wow.
No, I did 3.
3.
I did 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do 2
then
more.
I heard your dog.
2 more. Okay. So that was approximately a minute per incident. Doesn't really sound so big to me. Right?
Yeah. There's still part of me that, is it that easy? Like,
Is it? You tell me. You did it,
I
not
suppose,
me.
yeah,
Is it?
it is. Yeah. I don't know if my brain can convince me there's like something that it should be easier to get over stuff than that.
Well, okay, there's different types of therapies. Talk therapy goes to that idea that you can talk it out over and over and over and over and over again until you bore yourself to death and you don't want to deal with it anymore. Or till you come up with some sort of great lesson or something you learn from it and then you can let it go. Or you can do this work. What you're really doing over here is basically changing what you hold inside, changing the modalities, changing the moment you change how you hold things inside, you change everything else around you. Okay? That's just the way the brain works, the way the brain's wired to work.
Yeah.
You're changing your self-worth. Once you change your self-worth, everything else, all the submodalities change along with it. They have to. They can't not change with it.
Even if you've got like really strong memories of like trauma or something like that, like something came up for me this week. I was
Yeah?
talking to my boyfriend and I said like I get like this panicky feeling and he said where like what are you thinking of? What are you remembering? And I said when I was with like someone when I was 18 and it got really like that was when I lost myself probably
Okay.
fully and I like lost loads of weight and it wasn't just kind of emotional stuff, it was like I got really, really skinny. I failed uni. I then lost my nan in the same year. Like loads of stuff happened in one year and I feel like I don't know, like if all of that stuff happened in one year, would that be too much to
All
just
right, hold
sort
on a
out with the
second.
time?
Feel that trauma feeling, that panicky trauma feeling.
Kind of like dying. Like I feel like I was a bit like quite close to death. Sounds really
Okay.
extreme, but
Now, when you're there, check your self-worth dial.
it was rock bottom then.
Okay. Reach out your hand and touch it. Notice where you feel it inside. And turn it up. What happens as you turn it up?
So yeah, I feel better.
Hmm?
I feel better.
Okay, can you get it all the way up to a 10? Is there any resistance?
Um, a little bit. It's that like out of control feeling.
Okay, notice where you feel it. And what are you going to do? You're going to tap or you're going to spin?
Ah.
Okay, so go ahead and tap.
I don't know how to feel, man.
Hmm?
I
Okay.
don't really know what to say when I'm tapping on it.
You can just say, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Now say a nursery rhyme, one from your childhood that you remember. And now hum your favorite song in your mind as you're tapping. And now grab your wrist, breathe in, blow out. You have the force field set up ready. You don't need to do it again. Just touch the force field, feel your nana as you're there. And say peace. And see what happened to that feeling of resistance inside.
Yeah.
Okay, go back to the dial. Turn up the self-worth again to the 10. How's that trauma feeling now? Feel.
Better. Not better.
Okay. So is it that easy?
Yeah.
You tell me.
I guess so, yeah.
Right?
Does that work on everything then?
Yeah, basically.
What about if someone's been like raped or something like that? Would that be the same process?
Someone was raped. I would suggest going to a practitioner for the simple reason that you don't want it. When you go into it the first time, you might just drown over there. Okay?
Yeah.
Especially if they don't necessarily know the whole system yet and don't understand it.
Yeah.
All right? That's like a biggie.
Yeah. I was
Now-
going to guess so.
Right. But I would do it on myself like that. If God forbid something big like that happened to me, I would use it on myself. I would use it at the moment that it actually happened, so that it didn't have time to sit in my mind and, haunt it and contaminate it and do all the other stuff that it does to it. Okay? I didn't necessarily do that when I got divorced, because I didn't know about it when I got divorced. But now, every aspect of my divorce that comes up, I right away tap without even thinking about it. It just automatically, my hand goes up.
Really?
Really.
And it goes away completely? It doesn't come back after, or?
Okay, so when you do it like that, what you're actually doing is you're cutting it down. It might come back again, but if you get it right at the very start, you're going to cut it down a little bit more. Get it right at the very start, you're going to cut it down a little bit more until eventually it's totally gone. Okay, and I never had to feel it fully because every time that it came up, I got it right down before it got to go up. Which one would you rather?
Why? Yeah, definitely that way. Why the certain parts of,
Well,
does it matter where you tap, or is?
Okay, tapping is number one, a relaxation process. Okay, when you are tapping, you don't think about what's bothering you. Before you tap, you think about what's bothering you. You give it a rating, 0 to 10. How badly does it bother me? How do I know it bothers me? Where do I feel it? Get all that down. That's your intention. You push it to the side. Do you notice I had you say a nursery rhyme? I had you just say let it go. I had you hum your favorite song. Okay?
Yeah.
All those things are taking you out of that trance. Because when you're going there, all you're doing is going to a trance. Nothing else. It's all in your mind. Yeah. You're doing it to yourself. Okay? Break that trance so much you can't get back into it. It's gone.
Do you ever go into like when you watch fast 3FT videos and they go into it quite a lot? I've noticed when we've done tapping, it'll be
when
a couple of seconds.
okay, when I'm working with someone who had deep trauma, then I will go into it, have them tell me the whole story till they get to the point where they don't feel it at all, where they can laugh when they tell it to me. I'll give you just a little bit of example. I had a woman who was actually raped when she was 15. She worked with practitioners for 3 years, didn't seem to get anywhere. But really, she was getting somewhere. They were setting the groundwork, okay?
Yeah.
I worked with her like 3 sessions. By the 3rd session, she said, well, maybe he had been cute. It wouldn't have bothered me that much. I can't believe I just said that.
What did she say? Maybe what?
Had he been cute, it wouldn't have bothered me so much.
Oh, blurry.
And it's like, I can't believe I just said that. All right?
That's a result.
She got to the point where it no longer mattered to her. Didn't control her anymore. Didn't take over her life. That's where you need to go, and where she could laugh at it. The moment you laugh at it, you collapse it. It's gone.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. Robert Smith is in Israel now. He gave a session he gave a talk here, and in the talk he gave like 3 demonstrations. One of the women who came up, she had some memory about someone was angry at her, and she was really angry. Okay? He told her, go into the other person's feet, feel what she's feeling. She just burst out laughing. For 10 minutes, she was up there laughing, and then he said to her, bring it back. She said, I can't bring it back. Right? Now, had she not started laughing, he would have tapped it away. He would have done that too. It's too, it's happened to be that happened to be enough to just collapse it on its own.
Yeah. It's clever, isn't it?
Yeah, very clever.
Very simple.
Very clever. What I found is that when you work with the self-worth and bring that up, you're like opening the door. Everything goes much, much easier. Because usually when people feel the bad feelings, their self-worth is down in the dumps. And the moment you feel good about yourself, it's much harder to feel down in the dumps.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Okay, now that's another important issue. There's a thing called state control. You have control over your state. Most people don't use that control, but you do have control over that state. And by putting the self-worth dial up to a 10, you're bringing yourself to that state of feeling good about yourself. And when you're feeling good about yourself, put yourself into that state. Place a time where you feel really, really, really good about yourself, where you want to do something and you manage to do it. You got it. You put yourself in a place like that. Stand the way you were standing, sit the way you were sitting there, hold your head the way you were holding your head, breathe the way you were breathing. Okay, let me know when you got it.
Trying to think of a good one. Is it just any time when I felt really confident and happy and
Having your little girl? I bet your Nana's house?
Yeah.
Okay, so go there. And just hold yourself the way you were holding yourself then. Breathe the way you were breathing then.
I was just relaxed.
I
was just really relaxed.
Okay, and as you're in that position, as you're in that physiology, try to feel bad without changing anything besides your thought. Can't do it, right? What a shame. Now you know the secret. Right? So as you raise your self-worth dial, first you get rid of any resistance that might be there. If there's no resistance, great. If there's resistance, you feel it, you tap it away. When you're tapping away is a memory. You may not know what the memory is, doesn't make a difference. That resistance is some sort of memory, and the feeling is the memory that you're feeling of it. You tap it away, you can then raise the dial. Now you're in a good place. Now I tell you, go ahead, try to feel bad again. Think about that year and try to feel bad as you're in that good place. Can you do it? can't do it, right?
Think about that. What, when I was 18?
Yeah. But keep yourself in a good place. You just changed your posture. And make sure your self-worth dial's up at a 10.
It's a lot harder.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, now manage to do it.
I go into the memory of it. I get triggered.
Okay, see where your self-worth dial is now. Is it still a 10?
No.
Okay, as you're inside the memory, turn up your self-worth dial again.
I want to blame them. That's my problem.
Doesn't make a difference. As you're in that
I
memory, go back to the self-worth dial.
Yeah, it's like beaten down.
Can't do it anymore, right? Don't need to blame them anymore.
I went back into it. I went back to
Back to the what?
the.
Bad place.
Yeah.
Okay, start tapping. It's all their fault.
Their fault.
All their fault.
Their fault.
I gave them my power.
Gave them my power.
They have the power over me.
They have the power over me.
They can make me feel bad.
They make me feel bad.
They can make me feel good.
They make me feel good.
But it's their choice.
That's it.
No, it's not. I want it to be my choice. I take my power back. I choose to believe that I have the power to make myself feel good.
I have the power to make myself feel good.
Unconditionally. I'm safe. Grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out. Peace. It's all their fault. And they can do with me any darn thing they want to do with me because it's all in their power. I'm giving them my power. I don't need my power. I'd rather let them control it. Rather be their puppet. Right? Which would you rather?
The first one.
Where do you feel more powerful?
Definitely when I'm in my own power. I think that's how I saw it though, for like a very, very long time.
Say it again?
That's how I've seen it for a really long time, that they had the power.
Because you gave it to them.
Yeah.
You didn't know how to get it at the time, but now you do.
That's really annoying though. I wish I'd known all of this stuff like years ago.
Comes at the right time. Nothing you can do about that. I got it much later age than you did, so be grateful. But just think about your kids. You're to give them the power from the time that they're born.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
I am grateful for that, yeah.
And think of what a place that's going to put them.
Yeah.
Right?
Does it not frustrate you though when you look back and it's like, if I'd have known even like 10% of what I know now, I used to get myself in such a tizzy.
Yeah, but does it help me if I do that? Does it get me anywhere? The past is over. I can keep myself in the past, and then once again, I'm giving them my power. Or I can change how I hold my past, and I can look forward to the future. I choose to look to the future.
What about if other people are so used to you giving them your power and they don't change with you?
Then they end up leaving.
And they don't kind of accept that you...
They end up leaving. They first try to trigger you even more because they want to try getting what they used to get out of you. And if they don't still get out of you, one of two things happens. Either they leave or they react to you differently.
would one of my things be that I'm like that whole holding yourself back and not being powerful because you don't want to be abandoned by them, or you don't want, like, in a way it's safer to be powerless?
Yeah, could be. Could be. On the other hand, when you think about it, do you want them in your life if the only way they want to be there is because they can rule over you and control you?
No, but I think I have this stuff with my mum, and it's like I flip flop because I can be around her and feel really like empowered, and I don't really care.
Okay, so let me
I
put
do
it like
care,
this,
but
okay? People who you want to be in your life, you will learn how to react with them so that they will be peaceful. Okay? You can do that. You can maneuver things. You have the power. Remember that. You have the power. Now, the point is that I assume that your mom does want to be in your life.
yeah, definitely. But
Okay.
I think the problem is she's used to having a lot of control,
Okay, so
and
let,
she's
let
used
me
to
let me
you
explain what
being powerless.
happens. Okay, as you change, you give off different, whether it's vibrations, different messages, different way of talking, different. She automatically reacts differently to you because she's not getting what she got beforehand. And
Yeah, she does, but I don't think she likes it because I don't think there's many people in her life that do that with her.
okay, but you're worth it. She'll get used to it.
Yeah. I guess part of my mind's like, but what if she doesn't, and what if I get abandoned? It goes back to that thing probably as a kid, like I'm scared of being abandoned, so I'd say
Okay,
more than, oh, okay, whatever you say.
go to that place where you start thinking about what if I get abandoned, and look at your self-worth dial.
Yeah, it just goes me out.
Reach out and touch it, and turn it up. Any resistance? Okay, what's it at now? 10?
Yeah.
And how's the feeling now? How's the worry?
Okay.
Right? Okay, so that's my point. It's as easy as that. And the more you do it, the more it's going to stick, the less it's going to go. Okay?
Yeah.
People have been working with for a few months, and we do this for a few months. At the beginning, every time we start the session, the self-worth dial would be down by a 0 or by 2 or by 3. Now we go to the self-worth dial, it starts out always at a 7 or 8. Okay?
Yeah.
You just keep doing it. It takes how long? Less than a minute.
Yeah.
Usually less than 20 seconds. Right? And if you feel the resistance, what do?
Tap it out.
Yeah. And if you don't know what to say, play your favorite song. Okay?
That easy.
Good feeling, bad feeling, collapse. Good feeling wins. Your body will always choose to feel good. Or tap as you tell yourself a joke that you think is really funny and burst out laughing. Okay?
Can you do that? You can tap positive stuff as well.
For sure.
Because I sometimes feel like you're erasing something when you're tapping like that. You can tap in positive stuff too.
Sure. That's why you don't want to tap as you're thinking about the bad thing. You push the bad thing to the side. Then you do the tapping. Leave the bad thing there. You're focusing on the bad thing. What are you doing? You're tapping it in.
Are you ready?
Yeah, you want tapping the good stuff.
God, I always...
No. You push the bad thing to the side, and then you tap.
But when Robert Smith does it, he has them feel each emotion, doesn't he? And then you tap on it.
He triggers you as you're doing it. he'll say, you deserve it. You're such a bitch. You certainly deserve it. You don't deserve anything better than that. Okay?
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. He's triggering you. But when you're doing it
Yeah.
to yourself, you don't need to trigger yourself. Okay? Just feel where it's at. Notice how you feel it. Push it to the side and go to a good place. Play yourself a joke. If you hear your favorite song, have it on your telephone so you can just turn it on at a moment's notice.
Yeah.
Okay? And tap to that. Finish tapping. Feel the force field. You have the force field in place already. We have a good anchor over there. You know that it's there. Go right to your Nana's house. Okay? And then check. Okay, let's think. Is it there? Is it gone? Where is it now? What's your number? How do you know? If anything's left, you do the same process over. You push it to the side. You tap. Either you just say let it go. You say absolutely nothing. You sing a song. You say a nursery rhyme. Anything out of that. Okay? When a practitioner does it, I pull you in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Robert pulls you in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Notice he'll trigger you, and then as while he's triggering you, he'll say, how does the dog talk? What does the chicken say? Let it go. Oh, you deserve it. You know, he'll go back and forth, taking you in and out, in and out. He's very skillful at that. Okay? But he's not just leaving you in the bad place. He's trying to trigger you till he gets rid of the trigger, and it's gone. He breaks the trigger up.
When you say it's a relaxation thing, could you do any part of your body? Like his...
Yeah, if you notice Robert Smith, he starts going all over his head, on his shoulders. He does everything, yeah. There's a certain element of doing it on these points, because those are the points that represent the organs that take part in the fight or flight response in your body. Okay? But tapping in any part of your body, the tapping is the least important part. Okay?
Yeah.
Least important part in the process.
Yeah.
It gives you something to do. Okay?
Okay.
But once you raise your self-worth, everything else goes much easier. You feel good about yourself.
I think I've been triggered from, because I feel like my self-worth was pretty high before getting back with my boyfriend, but I know it's nothing to do with him. It's not anything to do with him, and it's like all those triggers have come at me. And whereas I'd usually be like, oh, do you just go away and like push it away, I feel like now I'm really being tested to go through it.
Good.
And it's hard, but
just think of how much more rewarding the whole relationship will be afterwards.
Yeah, and it's already showing. It is already showing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he said, I've noticed loads of changes in you, and I'm like, really? I feel like a mess. He's like, no, you're handling stuff better.
Good.
Okay.
Good. Just keep
Thank
using
you.
it. The more you use it, the more the same way that my hand just goes up naturally and starts tapping. I don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Okay? I've been doing it for how many years now? 6, 7 years? It's a automatic response. Okay?
Even when you're in public?
Even when I'm in public, when I'm in the car driving, when I'm walking in the street, doesn't make a difference to me. Okay? Keep using it. If you need to do it in your mind, do it in your mind. That's also fine. It'll still work. Just do it.
Yeah, I do that when I'm like falling asleep sometimes. I'll tap in my mind.
Mm-hmm. Just do it. And the more you do it, the more natural it will come to you. And the more natural it will come to you, the less you'll be triggered. The more triggers you'll get rid of. But you yourself saw how simple it was. Right?
Gotta keep at it.
Can't get simpler than that. Move your body.
Okay.
Don't forget, if you like this video, leave a like down below, subscribe to my channel, or subscribe to my newsletter. The address is right down below over there. Have a great week.